Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update Show, The Breakfast Club. Yes, live from Cancun, Mexico. Trying to see if the internet works. How is the internet for the hotel? So far, so good. I missed everyone yesterday. We were off, but we did do the That's a Wrap show last night. Hope that went really well. I think the boys did a good job from what I hear. No one's told me they were terrible, so I'm sure they were amazing. So we'll take that. But yes, sorry, new setup. Like I said, we're traveling yesterday, so getting this in to see if it works. Was going to do it later, but want to see if the internet will actually work down here and we can get a show up. So anyway, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit live every single day with news and updates. Putting a great program together for a network channel too, so you guys and gals can have something each day of the week. And including myself being there too. So thanks for coming in. Nick is also a member. He's in first, and Bree from SoCal is in. How are you? Good to see you. Hope everyone is recovering after our weekend loss. I got a lot of I got a lot of stick over the last couple of days about being an American. We didn't. Some of the messages were incredible. Being an American, not knowing anything about football. Look at me talking about football, not knowing anything about football. I'm an American. All those things happened. And what else did I say? One of the other ones that was said. I said, we gave them too much respect after they scored a goal, and it was we took it. They took the game to us, and maybe they did, talking about the Birmingham match. So a lot's happened in the last couple of days, and again, happy to get that one out of the way, learn those lessons, and move forward. So I'm happy about that. And God, you put it out there, people just come after you, which is great, which is absolutely great. Odd timing. What's up, A2CEV? Yes, I'm on a work trip here down in Cancun, so I wanted to make sure that it worked. I wanted to make sure that I can get something up. So odd timing. My apologies. I just want to make sure I can get something up for everybody with the news and updates, and we can have a bit of a chat, and I could see if the internet works. Sorry about the setup. It is just, if you saw what I'm doing in the background here, it's not great. And God, the Birmingham game was brutal. Punch to the gut. Yeah, we're going to use it to our favor, though. We're going to use it to our favor for sure. And early meeting coming up at 5:57 a.m. here. Good morning. Yeah, Marie, get out there and do that. Yes, and Nikki D says yes, it was. But yeah, there was a lot that happened there. In the last couple of days. And fair play to Birmingham. They're a good side. They totally took control of that match. I'll say that we gave them too much respect. I said it in my match reaction, Wrexham reaction. But then we gave them too much respect, and I think it's going to be better for us in the long run. Good news is we don't play Birmingham every week, and Birmingham have they got a tough schedule coming up, and so do we. There's no easy games, which is fine. But take this as a learning experience. That's what I can take from it. So, to be fair. Like I said, even if we lose to them again, which I hope we don't when they come to our place in January, we don't play them every week. So moving on, let them have that. They won that battle. It's still a big war to play. League One is going to be a battle, as we knew going into it. And I think that we can use some of these experiences and losses and things that happened like this, so we can get better. There's some, we talked about AO, we talked about the back line, talked about the midfield a little bit too. Parkinson, maybe should have made a few things earlier on, a few changes earlier on. But yeah, also too, I got to say this. It was a great representation of League One. I mean, Christ, what League One game gets that much hype? None. None. And it's good for everybody. And there's a couple articles here we'll talk to real quick. It's gonna be a quick show just because just timing and things like that. So I apologize. It'll be a real quick show. And if I can get live again later, I will be live again later. So, one thing that did come out of it, I want to get to, and as you can see on the thumbnail, Paul Mullen. And again, I'm touching buttons here, but I'll do it this way. Paul Mullen. He said, sorry, my phone is okay. Obviously, we saw the bite, no bite there. He said, Paul Mullen said on X, I know what it looks like, but it didn't happen. Although you can tell his leg was thinking about attacking my mouth. That's one of those his face ran into my fist. He didn't bite him. He went in. He thought about it. He absolutely thought about it. And Mullen was like, there's probably cameras on me, and I know it's probably a dick move. So I'm glad he did not do that. But it's not a good look anyways. The cameras come ECU right on there. But he did definitely think about it. I think there's a lot of frustration happened that match the other night for both in the stands, didn't like some of the things that happened in the stands. They were throwing things at some of our fans. I know McElhoney came out and said, thanks for the hospitality. I think in the stands was a little bit different. That was a derby. That was a big derby. I mean, it was built up really well. There was light shows. Tom Brady was there, who can't talk smack for shit, and neither can Eli Manning for that matter. It was a big build up. And things and that will continue. I think what happened for us is we let the occasion get to us a little bit, and I always say play the game, not the occasion. I think it got to us a little bit, and it snowballed. They are a very good team. They're a very good team. Alfie Mays, great. Stansfield had great goals. The midfield controlled it. But I said it, on my Wrexham reaction. But they're a very, very good team, and they're going to be there and thereabouts. If not, if not run away with it. But hey, we don't play them every week. Sorry, just need a sip of coffee here. Okay, how's everyone else doing? Not that many people in here. I know it's an odd time. My apologies. A2Z EV. This is the difference between League One and the Championship. They spent 10 times more than us. Absolutely, and not about the money thing too. It's about getting on the pitch and actually doing the work. And we just weren't up for it that day. We had a couple. Jack Marriott scoring, I think is good for him. I would say probably, these guys wanted to get back on the pitch that night and go play again. That's kind of the mentality. I'm not saying like we froze in a battle, because we don't have that mentality. I think we didn't react fast enough, and it's kind of snowballed. And that's what happens in the games like that, in big games. All of a sudden you look up and it's 72 minutes. I would have made some changes earlier. But that's just me. But you got to understand, it's back to business for these guys, both the leadership, Parkinson, Parkin, and the team. They want to get back on, and we have a big game coming up against Crawleytown this weekend, and I expect us to win that game handily, because I believe that we're going to go back. I feel like we have to bounce back fast. We have to bounce back fast. I'm not saying Crawley's a bad team, but I want to go in there, and get back and be like, okay, that was just a blip, It happens. Remember, the season is a one big string. All these pearls that are happening, telling the story. This is just one pearl on the story, So I anticipate us to go back in there on this week, have a hard week of training, and go get after it on Saturday against Crawleytown, which will be live here on the Local Pundit, because I will be back home. Let's see. Let's get to some of the chat. Here you go. Big Buckeye, how you doing? Says good morning from Shenandoah Valley. Shenandoah Valley in Virginia, USA. Sometime a loss forces a team forward, and if they're mentally strong. Yes, Big Buckeye, I like it, and you're absolutely right on that. And I'm sorry I butchered the Valley, but you're from Virginia, which is awesome. Yeah, I think this is a bounce back moment, and we're going to have these. It's not panic stations at all. So I see you definitely. It's not panic stations, but not a great week. But I think it's going to be one of those games that's like, okay, let's get back into it. Getting punched, I say it, and I'm nothing against violence. You get punched in the mouth, you get a bloody lip, you're in a fight. Now we know we're in a fight in this league. We're not going to walk it. We're definitely not going to walk it. And some of the articles that are there are clear. It's like, I think I'm afraid to. There's a Parkinson article I'll get to in a second here. Not a long show, by the way, just got a quick show here, maybe 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, we're punched in the mouth. We got to go. We got to respond. And I think that's it. Not panic stations. And Big Buckeye, awesome. I'm glad you're a member as well. A2Z EV is also a Local Pundit member. And big shout out to everyone that got memberships for the Local Pundit. Awesome, goes back in. And also get your hats if you want your hats to support the channel too. And they're good hats as well. Their team is valued at 41 M's. We are valued at 10 or 11. So, there's a big gap there. Not to mean we can't compete though. A2C doesn't mean we can't compete. Welsh Techie says, been a bad week. Women losing, first team losing, and reserves got pasted by Derby County 5-0 yesterday. They had a good start not a good start, reset to the weekend. No, listen, they can only go up from there. Yes, the women put a good fist about themselves. Got beat by Cardiff, and I did hear that the reserves played. I think Anthony Ford played, and I think Josh Adam got on the pitch too. Not sure how he played. Techie, do you have anything else there? But I know Anthony Ford played, and I know Josh Adam was in too. Again, not panic stations. No way. Marie from SoCal said, who played the reserve team? Don't have that lineup. If anyone has it, let us know. I do know that Anthony Ford played, and I do know that Josh Adam played too. And A2Z also says, Stash honestly disappointed me a lot. His passes were not on point. He's getting pressure to the back. Listen, let's not get on. I know that's individuals, but no, we did not have our best evening, of the other night. We did not have our best evening. So we could pick players out here and there. I got on AO a little bit about pushing the ball out on the shot, but there's moments there. Things, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Things like that. That's how I can go about it, which is fine. Which is fine. We had a bad night. Let's take it in stride, move on, and let's respond against Crawley Town. I think we need to respond heavily. I wouldn't make mass changes. I think there's a could possibly see some changes. I think Andy Cannon will definitely be back in the lineup. And one other that I'm going to hold off that I think we can make. I don't want to catch for it, but and it's not Mullen. Is one of the change I think we can make. I just have a couple ideas at how some things weren't working in the middle of the park, but we'll see. Okay. Never heard of John Denver song Country Road? Yes, I have. Of course I had. How does an American come to support Wrexham? Cap and Eps. I can tell you if you want. Are you trying to or are you trying to get on me? I'll tell you quick. I mean it's been in the chat. I've talked about it several times. I've been a football fan for nearly 20 years. And Rob McElhenney's been my idol for a very long time, because I work in the film industry. And when he bought the club, I had started supporting the club. And my cat at the time, Salem, was going through cancer treatments. So I was waking up and watching the games. And so while I was doing that, my cat and I were watching the games in the morning, Saturday mornings. And then it just kind of morphed into me getting in front of you lot and growing this amazing community and supporting Wrexham. And everyone talks about the doc. The doc was secondary. It was always about the football and the documentary in the town. So kind of fell in love with it. There you go. That's the short version, catnap. And there you go. A2ZEV says, I think Parkey will shuffle up a regular starting 11 this time. The forwards, Lee, Dobson, Clearworth, Stash, AO will remain fixed, but I think the positions are up for grabs. Okay. All good. Yeah, it's all good. Appreciate it. No, we got a lot of stick this week, so you never know. Okay, and Mendy, Ford, and under 18s, including Ashfield, Aaron James, and Liam Hall. Okay. And there you go. Not that typical. Old say. Okay, let me see. Let me get to some of these. Articles here. Oh, so there's a couple here, and I'm trying not to tip over the computer, but I'm going to go to this article first, and I'm going to try to read it and not embarrass myself without tipping over the laptop here. Wrexham are still League One leaders despite first defeat. Yes, remember that. We are top of the league still. We're still top of the league, which is great. So remember, we packed away all those points before, and that's good. Again, we got to respond really well. Phil Parkinson described Wrexham's first defeat in League One as a good learning curve, and I totally agree. But he's still happy with the side start of the season. We took 13 from their opening 5 games. Obviously, the 3-1 loss at Birmingham City at St. Andrews, but remained top of the table on goal difference. Listen, I'll tell you why we lost that game, because the guest hosts decided that they wanted to kick me out and make me do a score prediction. I don't do score predictions, so again, I will not be doing that ever again, and they're not going to kick me out because I don't do that. So we drew a line there, FYI. No more score predictions. That's why we lost. Although beaten for the first time since clinching the second promotion in a row, the first time in the club's history, Parkinson looked at the bigger picture. For us as a group, it's a learning curve, said Parkinson. We hardly conceded a goal this season and haven't been behind in a game. Yes, that was the first time we were behind in a game. And I don't think our heads went down, but we didn't react well to it. So that's one thing we definitely need to work on. We have been behind in games over the last few years, some pivotal games, and we responded better than we did against Birmingham. But at the start of the season, if you had said after 6 games you got to be top of the league, and the first 3 away games, Bolton, Peterborough, and Birmingham, you're going to lose. You're only going to lose once. I think I would have taken that for sure. 5 games unbeaten during the season, you'll lose games of football. That's inevitable. We were always going to lose games of football. And on paper, we were supposed to lose this game. So, there you go. Goes on to say, Parkinson, it's just responding and learning at the time. If we come up against a situation again where we're under pressure, what can we do better? We'll take the lessons into the next few games. I totally agree with that. We're top of the league and have got 40 games to go. But any defeat, especially when you haven't lost at the start of the season, is always tough to take. But you've always got to be realistic. And where you've come from, coming up into the division and sitting at the top of the table is outstanding achievement from the lads, staff, and everybody. We never get carried away being on top, and we're still on top, and it's a good place to be, says Parkinson. So take that for what it's worth. What we're kind of saying, these learning experiences. I believe that's exactly how he's going back in and telling everyone, "Hey, listen, we're in a fight now. We're never going to walk this league ever. We're never going to walk this league." So I'm curious how he's going to go back to doing this. I don't expect wholesale changes on the weekend. There's a couple things I would do, that I think we can maybe spice it up a little bit in certain ways throughout the team. One here, one there. We do have a lot of depth in this team, and if we don't use the depth, then what's the point of having the depth? You know, this whole switching out the 11 thing for the cup games and back in. I don't know if that's it. I'm also, like I said, I don't want to make wholesale changes. And I'm so happy that JM got a goal, because it's very important for him to keep going. He has to have 15 to 20 goals this season for us to really be successful. So there we go. What's going on here in the chat? Denmore picked a spot on. There you go. Dad's family Welsh. The one reason why I supported Wrexham. Awesome. A big buck, but I think you're new to the. I think you're new to it. Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, let's go on to. This is not really an article that's like. Sorry, I'm touching buttons here. Reynolds. This is another article here from the Leader. Reynolds and McElhenney praised for investing in Wrexham. This is Alan Shearer having a go in a good way, I think. Alan Shearer says Wrexham's rise is a great story and praised Hollywood megastars Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney for investing in the Football League. Former England international Shearer and all-time Premier League top scorer says what is happening in Wrexham and Birmingham City, where American football legend Tom Brady is a minority owner, is a real positive for the EFL. I absolutely believe that. He says, yes, absolutely, said Shearer told Betfair. When you have high-profile owners who are determined to make a statement and they're spending a few quid, like Birmingham has spent, and where Wrexham have come from to where they are now, they're great stories. And they're getting David Beckham. And then you're getting David Beckham, who sat next to Tom Brady. These pictures have been beamed all over the world. So it's great for the AFL. Absolutely. Short one there too. And I think that's one of the things too, putting a light on exactly, lower league football. And I say that in a respected way, because I think it's great football. I think the EFL, I think the Championship and League One are great. There's so much more to battle for. And I think, on Monday night football, under the lights, clear eyes, full hearts, the whole deal was impressive. I was very, very impressed with all of it, even with the loss. But I think we can handle it, and I think we can bounce back. And so more eyes on this league is great, and I think we're going to continue to do well. So awesome on that. John H says, I never watched any sporting event until soccer football came into my life. Now I'm a complete nut for the game and for Wrexham. John Hampton, yes. John is I love John. He's great. And also too, I want to put a shout out to, where's my guy here? Special shout out. Had a conversation with Dan, the man. Dan, good. Thank you for sending me that note, and appreciate it. What a good dude. I'm very available on the Discord if anyone wants to get a hold of me. I'm usually there for talking, especially when people come at me. Not Dan, for that matter, for being a dumb American, which is awesome. Good afternoon. Hey, Dewey Jones. How are you? Good to see you. Just a little bit of subdued show today. Again, if I showed you, I don't know if I can. If I touch it, I'm going to screw it up, aren't I? Right? Well, hold on. Let me see. Can I do it? Let's see. Okay. I'm going to do it. There we go. Little break here. I don't even see that. No, you can't. That's bad. Well, there's a whole Cancun out there. I know you guys probably couldn't see that. I'll do it at a different time when it's like magic hour or something, so everyone can see. So that's why I'm here. And it's dark in here too. All right, a couple more, and let's move on. Okay, Wrexham AFC. This is from Michael Owen. Another great football great. Wow, that is a hot light, isn't it? Hot light. I don't know. They're all bad. I think it's just my face. It's so humid down here. Okay, another one here. Chester fan. Oh, I didn't know he was a Chester fan. Oh my God, Michael Owen. He did play for Liverpool too, so I guess, and Manchester United. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. Michael Owen, Chester fan. Owen is pained by Wrexham's success. Well, you shut up. Michael Owen admits he's pained by Wrexham's success due to his close connections with arch rivals Chester, but former England international praised Hollywood owners. He said, blah, 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 multi-million actively to take over, ex-striker. Owen, who played for Liverpool, Real Madrid, Newcastle, and Manchester United during his career, blah, blah, blah. Although he finds it tough seeing Wrexham performing so well, he had nothing but praise for Ryan and Rob have done, describing it as an incredible story. Another casino here. He said, I'm a Chester fan, of course. My dad played for Chester in the glory years when they got the League Cup semifinal and got promotion. My dad speaks so fondly of his time at Chester, and I was born in the city, lived in the city, and my home sits just outside of the city. So Now, so Chester is in my heart and soul. So it pains me in a way to say it, but I think it's great to see what's happening at Wrexham. The two owners are doing wonders for football in part of this world. There are so many fans out there in America that wouldn't have been football fans. John just mentioned that too, which is great. Wouldn't have been without them. The buzz in the area is quite incredible. I live 15 miles from Wrexham, and you can feel the buzz down the road. It's quite painful, as a Chester fan goes on to say, Michael Owen, looking over your fence and seeing the success down there. But also I would like to think that it gives motivation for Chester Football Club and fans that want better and more. We'll see what happens in their club in the future. He said, I got no problems with what Wrexham are doing. They're spending money. They're investing into football, which is great. The crowds are growing. The stadiums are getting bigger and better. And I think it's an incredible story. Thank you, Michael Owen. That's actually well said. And it's true. Well, I mean, how can you hate on it? I mean, it's clear. That's not true. I know how they can hate on it. There's a lot of that going on. Got a lot of stick myself this week, which is fine. We can take it. We got big shoulders. We can take it here. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna jump off quickly in a minute here. Get through. Oh, that's right. Forgot you were down south. That's right. And Welsh Techie says he was born in Wales and had the chance to play for Wales, but chose England. He made his bet, and he's got a lie in it. Michael Owen did too. He did score an amazing goal, I think, against City for Manchester United at one point. I think it was against City. Really late goal, like 97 minutes in, that had me up on my feet, which is pretty cool. So, okay, what's going on? That's all. I'm just check the club website. Ticket news for Lincoln City is on sale coming in. There you go. Oh, this freaking fantasy thing every single time. It's over. Ticket news, Wrexham AFC versus Lincoln City on sale Thursday, September 19th. Tickets for the Wrexham AFC and Lincoln City match at the Stoke Carras Saturday, October 12th, 2 days after my birthday, actually. Will go on sale for members on Thursday, September 19th, which is tomorrow. I don't know what day it is. So there you go. Go check that out. Those are up to buy tomorrow, so get on them if you're going there. I don't know how iFollow was the other night because I went off of it. I went to whatchamacall. Here we go again. Jesus Christ. So if there's any issue on that, again, match at Crawley Town, 9 a.m., 7 a.m. for us, coming up this weekend, which is great. Still top of the league there. And if anything pops off, I will definitely be here. Race Course is in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Yes. Hope you are well. Hope you traveled back okay. I felt a little out of it yesterday. I was on a flight down here, so it was a different day for me. So Matt, hope you traveled well. Not the greatest result, as you obviously know, but I'm sure you talk about it on your show. Rob and Ryan are wonderful, but the media doesn't show enough love to the players and Phil for their blood, sweat, and tears getting to League One. I think Phil is. People are reluctant to give Phil his just desserts, but he deserves his just desserts. He deserves his flowers. He's done well. Although, I want to see how we react, especially to this game coming up. It is such a hot light. I'm so sorry. Try that. It's really bad. Let's see how we react. And I think this is where Phil's going to make his money, and he's going to help out the team. So let's see what happens on this weekend. I want to get us back there. I want to see us back on the pitch and see what we do. A couple changes I would maybe make, not knee-jerk changes, but just like some changes. Got a beat by Nikki D. Yes, you did, Drew, whatever. Yeah, it's a mixed bag here today, Drew. I apologize. I wanted to, A, see how the stream was. B, I wanted to get a show up because I missed everyone yesterday, missed the community. And I want to see how it was going to work. Clearly that it's a different situation, but we are in a hotel room down in Cancun, Mexico. All right. Remember, go back and watch the Wrexham Reaction if you haven't watched that. It was me and Ivan. And then the boys last night did the That's a Wrap show. And I'm pretty sure they did a great job, as they'll know. Didn't get to watch it back myself, but I will check that out at some point today. And I'll probably come back. Live in a bit. Dan, I already gave you a shout out, brother. Howdy, y'all. Dan, I give you a shout out. Thanks for the chat. I appreciate it. So good to see you, brother. Sorry I'm late. I'm early. I'm throwing everyone off. And Matt thinks he's going to break down the Birmingham at 2:30. I don't know. Matt's tactics may be off. Who knows? But I hope it's better than mine. I'm breaking down the game at 2:30 on YouTube. So he'll be there. Go check it out. The Racecourse Ramble. I'm sure it'll be a great show. I'm going to get off and I got to do some work down here. That's why I'm traveling. And I will probably be back tonight at some point because I just can't stay away. So anyway, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Enjoy your time in Cancun. I will try. I hate the heat. It's humid as hell out there, by the way. Humid as hell. It's humid as hell. Thank you, Dewey Jones. Appreciate it. send pics into Discord, and I'll definitely come back later. And have a good day, Josh. You too, Matt. Have a good show. Go check out Matt's show in a bit. It's going to be live in a couple hours. So go do that. And Welsh Techie, good to see you too, brother. All right. Smash a like, subscribe, and I'll be back in a little bit. And on that bombshell, I will see you all soon.